Hey everyone, Adikar here with a highly anticipated guide for Gyalis, the Crystal Goddess. This time is an absolutely amazing attack sweeper that many players are having nightmares about in the current state of the game. With that being said, let's get into the information for why she is so feared. Gyalis is a crystal fighting Temtem. These two types matched up in the current patch of 5.14 is very strong. Gyalis is weak against fire, earth, and digital. Currently in Temtem, there are no digital moves, and the move pool for fire is very limited, making fire not a big issue against Gyalis in terms of damage. Earth-type moves are limited and have low priority, allowing Gyalis to always get her attack off first in the speed war, making Earth not as effective as it could be. Not to mention fighting is strong against Earth Tems, causing a matchup where each Tem is weak against each other. The effective base stats of Gyalis as an attack sweeper are the highest in the game. Amazing health, speed is tied for first, attack is extremely high, and her defenses are above average. The only downside is their stamina, but this can be played around pretty easily in my opinion. Gyalis also has really good traits. You have two choices between mirroring. When taking damage from a special attack, you return 25% of the damage you took back at them, which is pretty strong due to the high amount of special attacks that are used in the game currently, but the superior trait out of the two is resistant. When taking a negative status condition, whether it's cold, sleep, poison, etc., it decreases it by 1 turn. So if a move should poison you for 2 turns, you are actually only poisoned for 1. At the moment, besides the move Magma Cannon, which is unplayable in my opinion, all burn damage is 1 turn burn, making Gyalis have immunity to burn damage in the current state of the game. This also allows for moves like Relax or Hypnosis, Kappa, to be pretty useless since Gyalis' speed is so high. It will attack before the move ever goes off, causing you to wake up at the end of the turn as if nothing ever happened, and your sleep status goes away completely. So let's talk about movesets. Gyalis has a moveset that is too good to be true. So let's take a look at this sexy moveset. Starting off with Sharp Stab, a 1-hole 3 priority move that costs 15 stamina, dealing 76 damage. Why isn't it 75 damage? Well, that would make it too weak, and of course 80 damage would just make it too strong. So this move allows you to get that first strike in against 2 priority moves, or those scummy pigs with Bamboozle. Another important reason is so you always have a crystal move to use every turn. The second move being Crystal Bite, a 1-hole 2 priority that costs 22 stamina, dealing 130 damage, extremely strong with current move pool and Temtem. The third move that allows Gyalis more coverage is Hado Uchi, a 1-hold 2 priority move that costs 21 stamina, dealing 85 damage. This move also puts the opposing Tem to sleep for 1 turn. Matching that up with speed allows you to cancel someone's turn if they don't have any sort of sleep immunity. Extremely powerful. Not to forget that fighting also counters Earth, allowing Gyalis to counter her current matchup and putting them to sleep so they don't actually get moves like Stone Ball off, or typically any move since you're always going to outspeed them with how high Gyalis' speed is. Last, but certainly not least, because this is what creates Gyalis to be an insane Temtem, Heat Up. A 0-hold 2 priority move that costs 23 stamina. This move increases your attack by 2 stages. That's 100% damage increase to your entire moveset. Matching that up with your base attack and move damage, this scales extremely well together. So those are the 4 moves that I believe are best used for Gyalis, but one notable mention is Earth Wave. Earth Wave is a 2-hold 1 priority move that costs 28 stamina and dealing 90 damage to the entire enemy team. The pros to this, it's Earth, so it deals a lot of damage to fire matchups and crystal matchups. The downside to this move is it's 28 stamina, which is more than half of your entire stamina pool, and there are pretty good counters towards this as well. It's the surprise factor that kind of catches people off guard, so it can do a lot of damage if they don't know you have it. So we're finally on the topic that everybody is truly here for, the TV spread. That is why you're here, correct? Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. So, now for everyone that wants one direct answer, I'm sorry, but you're just not going to get one. I'll be showcasing a couple ways to build Gyalis depending on your team composition, or what you want Gyalis to do for you. So let's take a look at 3 of them, starting with the build everyone started out with since the beginning of early access. This is the build that started it all, attack and speed. If you max both, you always have first strike unless up against a 3 priority with enough speed. When you're able to get first strike when set up with heat up, well now you do an insane amount of damage and you're always first to act. Partnering this up with Bamboozle users, this allows Gyalis to deal damage without having to worry about damage being thrown at her. But what's the flaw with this build? Well, you're a glass cannon. Getting hit twice, maybe even once, this will get you killed. This causes players to adjust the build into what the new meta is now for Gyalis as of patch 5.14, are tankier styles of Gyalis. This HP attack build allows for you to start Gyalis turn 1, get a heat up, without taking more than roughly 60% of your HP on turn 1. Add this with a Kinu buff, and turn 1 Gyalis setup is looking pretty spicy. This build, in my opinion, is much better for many of the teams that you want to decide to run with. It's definitely Adikar approved. We still have one more build that I personally enjoy and fits my playstyle. This is a pure tank Gyalis build, using heat up to allow you to deal damage instead of attack TVs. The game is filled with strong special attack moves, so I decided to create an HP special defense Gyalis build with a little bit into defense and maybe even speed as well, to allow for an even easier setup on turn 1 and allowing Kinu buffs to be even stronger when gaining +1/+1 each time Gyalis is buffed. Adding in Revitalize and Bamboozle setups, this makes Gyalis so annoying to deal with, to the point that Gyalis is starting to become insta-banned in ladder matches and tournaments. Now that we've talked about 3 different builds that you may want to experiment with depending on your own team composition, let's take a quick peek with what to consider for items. The items that are very popular with Gyalis are the items Rock Shield and Sweatband. Rock Shield adds the extra tankiness to setup on turn 1 against regular turn 1 counters like Zenrith. Sweatband is definitely one of the best items in the entire game. This item allows you to have roughly 2 extra attacks before having to switch out or rest, allowing for more kill pressure on the board and your opponent to be annoyed as well. The one problem with running Sweatband on Gyalis is the current state of the game. Gyalis is being banned more often now, so losing Sweatband is pretty rough. One notable mention is Umbrella. This allows for less damage against turn 1 pressure setups like Yukama's Water Cannon and Aquatic Whirlwind on turn 2. I hope you enjoyed this guide on Gyalis. If you did, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out tremendously. And if you want to see daily competitive content on strategy, builds, and matches, make sure to follow me on Twitch. There's a link in the description below. Let me know in the comments below as well what you enjoyed about this video and what you would like to see more of in upcoming guides. Until then, I'll see you next time. Peace.